So today we have my wife's Jeep in here, and we're going to change a couple things about this thing. And she bought a rough country axle back exhaust, so we're going to be changing this out. First impressions, it's kind of really packaged nicely with lots of bubble wrap, and some of the products do say made in China, which basically everything's made in China these days. But let's see what she sounds like stock. I wouldn't floor it. Yeah, 1500, 2000. That's good. So that's what she sounds like factory. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up, we're going to see what tools we need. I'm going to rate this thing on a kind of a difficulty. The hoist does make it nice, but kind of as a handicap, it's negative 25 degrees Celsius outside and it's freezing cold and everything's going to be dripping water on me, so whatever. You win some, you lose some. You win some with the hoist, you lose some with winter. Let's get this thing up and take a look at it. What are you doing?
Playing.
So we put some penetrating oil on these rubber bushings. I should be able to get those off no problem. This is Canada. This is what's this, 8 years old now? Jeep. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get this off. I'm probably just going to end up cutting this. The kit did come with a new one, which is nice. But yeah, so far it looks pretty easy. I'm just going to get the grinder up here, cut this one, remove it, and then try to push off these two rubber bushings and take this thing off. Going to be putting some more lubrication onto those and getting those out. We got the kit out. The exhaust looks extremely kind of pretty with nice tips. Hopefully she likes it. Yeah, she says it costs $400 Canadian shipped to the door. So we're going to get this thing on there and then you guys can listen to it. Well, we got it off. We cut the band with the mini grinder, but then we used the torch and heated up the exhaust pipe, so then that way I actually didn't have to cut it. So if she does want to return it to stock, I can return this to stock. Everything came apart pretty nicely. We're going to lube up the rest of these things right here with some grease when we're putting it back in. The water dripping is extremely annoying, that's for sure. But we almost got this thing ready to be put back in. So far we're into this project about 20 minutes. So that's not too bad. Now it comes time to install this. We're going to slide on the clamp. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on there to help slide it in, and then we'll see how well this goes. Honestly, this really wasn't that bad. I think we are about 40 minutes total investment into this. It took pretty much longer to get the Jeep into the garage and up onto the hoist. The torch was nice, but honestly I don't think you need it. If you're having that big of issue, you could have cut yours back here and then just kind of pried it off with a screwdriver and a hammer. It was an extremely tight fit going back on there, so I'm kind of happy I did put a little bit of grease in there as a lubricant. These slid right back on, direct fit nicely. The tips went on. Bolts were a little bit weird on the tips, but everything went together very nicely. It looks good, but here comes the real test. We got to set her down and see how she sounds. But honestly, I'd give this thing maybe like a 1.5, a 2 difficulty. It was extremely easy. It does make it a little bit nicer that this Jeep is kind of undercoated quite a bit, so there's no rust underneath it. Well, very little rust, especially for Canada. If you're from Arizona, this thing's probably rusty as hell, but it went very smoothly, and we were able to keep the factory exhaust, so if she does want to switch back, she can. I highly doubt it, but she can. So let's set this thing down and see how she sounds. She's about to start it for the first time. I think she likes it. 1500? A lot different sounding back here. Doesn't even sound like a muffler anymore. Sounds like a Honda. Yep, of course. Well, she's outside. She's taking photos of her new exhaust. And now we can hear it on the outside to see what it sounds like. I know you guys heard it inside, but if you guys are looking for a cheap addition to your Jeep, this might be it.
Ready?
Yep. If that's the sound you're going for. There's your kit to get it, and I kind of rate it super easy to do, so if you guys want it, go get it. I believe she got that from T-Dot Performance just because of the import fees here in Ontario and Canada. But that's just your rough country axleback Jeep exhaust. I think she likes it. Hitting the traction control, pulling away. There you go, everybody.